Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Oaknoll. It is Wednesday, November 25th. I'm Kim Bergen-Jackson, and this is the holiday edition, Thanksgiving. And I have a special guest, my first special guest for the year. Toodles the turkey has been kind enough to join me for this update. Welcome, Toodles. Thanks for joining me. All of these updates have been so focused on COVID-19. I wanted to take a break this week. I will update you and let you know that we are still COVID-free at Oaknoll. We are testing the staff 3 times a week during the holidays, and yesterday the tests were all negative. We've also cured the common cold and any upper respiratory infections that we normally have, and we don't have any cases of influenza. So that's all the health updates for the week. Please be very careful out and about in Johnson County because the case counts are still high, although they're coming down slightly, and all the students have gone home, which is always good for us. This is the week of Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and generally a holiday that we celebrate together with our family and friends over a ginormous meal of turkey. Usually, I don't eat turkey. This year it's going to look a little different for a lot of folks, especially around here for the holidays, because we are not allowing visitors and we are not recommending people go out for the holiday. And so I wanted to talk all week long about what we have to be thankful for. I've tried to keep the video updates and the weekly family updates positive and upbeat, even during a time that has been really stressful for everybody, really hard. It's hard to be away from loved ones, especially in this marathon that we're running. It's certainly not a sprint for anybody under any circumstances. So I think it's really important that we consider the great work that has been going on at Oaknoll for 9 months, and the fact that we don't have any COVID cases, while not minimizing the grief and the loss that people are going through and the social isolation that we still experience here. I'm in my office on the first floor in assisted living, and I don't see as many people as I usually see, and I'm only experiencing a small fraction of the isolation that you're all feeling every day while you're away from your families, and I appreciate what you're feeling, and I want to honor those feelings, as well as trying to stay hopeful and optimistic as we see a vaccine on the horizon. I don't know what the distribution is going to look like for that vaccine, but I do think that we have at least 3 viable options coming around the corner. I feel optimistic about that. Maybe we have 4. There could be 5 by the time we get done. I saw recently an article with Dr. Winokur on the front page of the paper, and that's Betty Winokur's daughter, and she's very proud. I'm proud that Betty lives here and that we can share those news articles with her in the health center. So I'm grateful for Betty and her daughter. I'm grateful for all the work that the scientists are doing to get us a vaccine and get us out of this mess sooner rather than later. I'm grateful for all of you, and that you're healthy and that you're doing what you need to stay away from people that have been exposed to the virus. And I'm forever grateful for all of the staff at Oaknoll who are doing everything they can to protect themselves and their families and to protect you, so that we've been able to stay healthy. Johnson County overall has done a really nice job of working together and staying healthy, but there are a lot of long-term care outbreaks listed on the Iowa COVID website, and there is one in Johnson County that got posted yesterday. And so that makes me more grateful for our status and more cautious at the same time. We know that we're not immune to this virus, and that we've been really lucky on top of being really careful. So if you think back over the past 9 months, I mean, really, I've been dying to say that we could have a baby in this time, right? A COVID baby. We've had dining services rearrange the entire way they do business. In the matter of a day, Bruce figured out how to go from 3 dining venues to tray delivery service. Brianna figured out how to, create a grocery store on site. We rearranged the menus. I mean, the dining services has really just figured out how to change their whole entire service delivery for you. Nursing has figured out how to evaluate people for symptoms or pre-symptoms, even trying to evaluate any changes that we see in people before they're sick. And we've all learned how to test for COVID and do it at least 3 times a week. Recreation figured out how to keep people engaged in people's rooms and not in big groups. We learned how to do everything virtually thanks to IT. We can do these video updates, which we figured out we like to do and you like to see them. Something that we didn't know before. I realized I might like to blog, write family update letters weekly. We've figured out new ways to communicate. We know now that we don't have to go to the doctor. We can do virtual visits with our physicians online. There's just been so much innovation and creativity. Ken Carlson, I have to give him credit for taking an idea and building those chatter boxes and then building the Nook, which is the new visitation room in the old main entrance vestibule where Steve Rowe's old office used to be, which now I remember how tiny Steve Rowe's office used to be. But all of those things Ken took on with a level of excitement, just innovative and creative, created the COVID unit if we ever needed it, with the negative air pressure space and the plastic curtains and the red tape and the UV lights. And I mean, there's so much that's happened over the past 9 months. I don't know if I can remember everything and give everybody the appropriate credit, but I want to credit the 20 or so staff who work outside of nursing who, when asked, immediately took the emergency nursing assistant course so that they could be available to help in the health center or assisted living if our staff there got sick and we needed help. Those are people who don't usually do that level of frontline care, but who stepped up immediately to be there in case we needed them. Just a lot of teamwork and encouragement and support, writing letters and cards to each other. I asked for this week to be a week of gratitude, and we have had thank you cards and notes and messages and bagels and candy bars, and Kim Herring made beautiful thank you notes for the staff today, and it's just things like that keeps everybody going. And so my wish today, I won't keep going ad nauseum, but my wish today is for you to just be thankful, and to know that I'm thankful. I'm thankful that you chose to live at Oaknoll and or choose to work at Oaknoll, and that you're here and that we are holding each other up, leaning into each other as a team, because it takes all of us to get through this horrible pandemic. And when we get to the other side, whether it's in 6 months or 3 months, we'll all be better for it, because we will have pulled together and learned what an amazing community Oaknoll really is. We knew it was great. I knew I loved Oaknoll prior to this pandemic, but I really have a deeper, richer sense of commitment and dedication to the wonderful people I am privileged to work with and for. So that's my Thanksgiving message to you, from me and Toodles to you. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.